Hello folks and welcome to a new game for us. This is called Mechs, and this game brings back a lot of memories of an internet game I used to play a long time ago. Let's go ahead and get started and we'll go over the story here. There's a little bit of clicking that we have to do to get started here. Excuse the little overlay. I don't record with the NVIDIA's thing, but we're going to go ahead and get set up here. We have weird noises coming from underground, and we have to figure out exactly what's causing that and what's going on with all of that stuff. So we can move around, cool. We can hit spacebar to jump, cool. So we got all of that. And what do we gotta get? There we go, we are in our mech now. So this thing is our mech, and it's kind of cool. It does some stuff that we're gonna get into here in just a moment. We just need to get through the talking part. I don't want to skip necessarily, so we can drill down by holding S. And then we can use A and D to drill left or right. You can see these things are ores, and we can drill into them, and it's going to give us something in our little bars up here. On the top left-hand side, this is dirt, and then on the right-hand side of that area is kind of all of the things that we're able to, I don't know, take on our inventory, our storage. All right, so we're going to fly back up to the surface because that's what it's making us do. And we'll go through here, and I don't think we need to get out of there right now, but that's all well and good. Okay. So we're going through here. I'll go over a lot more about this game, what it reminds me of, and all that stuff later, but we're going to empty out some dirt here so we can get rid of the dirt that we're going through here. And basically, we dig a hole and they bury the dirt, and it works, I guess. So if we go through, got rid of that, you can see all the dirt is emptied there. And then over here, we can go over to, I think it's this guy, and they can exchange our ore for cash. So that ore that we got, show me what it is. I don't care about all this. All right, so that was silver. It's worth $200, and we can collect that money. And if we continue going further over, we have this, which allows us to do things. So it's a pumping station, allows us to extract resources from mines. And down here, even though it's covered up right now, there's a mine that we can actually build things to. And we get some free pipeline. All right, so now we can dig down if we wanted to. You can see this pipeline follows us down. All right, there's something that we can't drill through. And then we get a bomb to, you know, if we can't do stuff with. We have an inventory up here on the top left-hand side that we can cycle through. We just need to find the bomb, which is right there, and then we hit F to use it. It'll blow up the rock, and then we need to cycle through our inventory again once we're done talking here. To find the pipe that we're given, hit F, and then it will drill over and connect to this mine. And now we're going to be automatically generating money. You see, we are at 200, now we're at 210, and it just goes up by 4 every so often here, which is wonderful. So we continue through talking to these jokers, getting all that stuff done. And then I can go up, and a little farther over here, we have the ability to, well, once we talk to these people, we can upgrade our mech. It's not only an upgrade of speed and all that stuff, so we can drill through more stuff faster, we can increase the speed of our flight, our inventory size, which is this right one, our drill storage was there, and then once we have enough money, we can also upgrade to all kinds of other stuff. And what's kind of cool about this game is it shows you all of your upgrade paths, even if you can't afford it. You can see what you can do. And then over here we have Toadman, or a frog, Froggity Frog, okay. But inside of here, we can buy different things. So we get bombs, dynamite, big bombs, a teleporter, booster, and confetti. So that's the basic setup. We're going to drill, and when we drill, we gather resources, we sell those resources, and we upgrade our whatever to do more. That's kind of the whole point of this game so far. So we're going to drill. It looks like there's other things that we can find. So we're going to try to find out some of this other stuff. And early game, you basically don't have a lot of space for things, so you kind of got to just drill quickly and get out of here. The drilling's very slow and all of that, but going back to what I was talking to a little bit earlier, this reminds me a lot of an internet game I used to play. Well, I think it was called Motherload by X-Gen Studios is what I want to say. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what it's reminding me of. They have a Stickman game that was multiplayer that we used to play in our college dorm rooms, and it was awesome. But beyond that, and it was all browser-based, which is even more fun. But beyond all that stuff here, if we take a look here, we filled up our resources, so we go through and do that. And the idea of the game here is we're going to keep digging down farther and farther. We'll get more and more money, we'll get more and more resources, and we can do more and more stuff. How this reminds me of Motherload, and I'll double check that before we do this again. Should have, done the homework ahead of time, but that's on me, and I didn't. Motherload, you kind of had this crazy guy up top who told you to drill, and he found resources, completed goals, and all of that, and just kind of kept upgrading. There are a few things that were devastating about that game if you played it through. And by devastating, I mean that there were no saves, there's no going back. Like, once you were done, you were done. So if you died, game over. This game, from what I've found so far, doesn't seem to have many of the same limitations, thank goodness. And you can see, as we go deeper, there's different resources. So we're already full up on this, so we're going to head back up to the surface, get rid of our dirt, and all of that. And then we'll go sell our resources and hopefully be able to upgrade our mech here very shortly. Alright, but getting back to Motherload, the idea here was that we'd go down, but you could die very easily. If you, for whatever reason... Alright, we got some upgrades here. So we're going to drill power and inventory size. We can't afford anything else. Okay. But in Motherload, I'm sorry I keep going back to that, but the game I think is still available. It was Flash-based, so I don't know if it's still the case or not, but that game was awesome. But like how I just came down there, you had health, so you could die if you hit the ground when you're coming down, which makes sense, but also was really annoying because you didn't really have a great idea of where you were at or how far down you were going, and that all presented problems in the game. The other thing you had in that game that you had to manage a lot was fuel. So you could run out of fuel, and if you ran out of fuel when you're underground, game over. You can't do anything else. You just gotta stop. So this game has fixed some of those problems that plagued me when I was a young moron playing internet games instead of studying like I should have been. But this game fixes a lot of those problems. It has some new mechanics that we'll get into eventually here. But the general premise is you go in, you drill holes, and you gather resources, and you upgrade. That all is essentially the same thing. And honestly, I've played this a little bit. I have about 3 hours under my belt in this game before recording. Mainly because I don't think the premise is anything groundbreaking or wild. Like, I've played a game like this before, and it's fun. But I haven't, it's not like crazy kind of stuff. So... I saved... Ooh, what do we got? Okay, whatever. Don't care. Oh, he gave me money for that? Okay, cool. We can upgrade that. Alright. So this game is not crazy in any way for a lot of this stuff, but it's a fun little game. This is one that I find myself going back to on a fairly regular basis when I just need a game to play, take my mind off whatever is going on in the world. This is one of those games that I kind of like to play. So I find myself going back to this game relatively often. And you can see there's other stuff. So we have a piece of cheese over there. There's confetti, or not the confetti, that thing increases your output for a period of time. We have whatever this is, which I think is a treasure map. Yeah, we got a treasure map. So we have to equip it up here. All right, I know. So if we go through and equip it, we can hit the letter F. You can see it's going to give us little points of where we should be looking at to get our treasure. So we'll do that eventually here. We're already filled up on the dirt pretty quickly on this one, unfortunately. What I like to do for a lot of these games, or for this game and Motherload, should I say, is I like to go through and just dig one vertical shaft if I can, all the way down. And I've found that allows me to just get deeper faster and to find new resources and all of the fun things. So we're just going to go through here and drill out some of the stuff that we can afford right now. And by afford, I mean have space for. Which is coming to an end rapidly. You can see our dirt is just about full. Hey, we reached 50 meters depth. Alright, and we got nothing about the strange noises. We got a cash bonus and a small bomb because, you know, when you drill deep enough, those are the things that you get rewarded with. So we're going to go out here and head back. And we'll offload all of the stuff that we've gathered up here. We'll get rid of the dirt. We'll sell off our items. See, we even get paid for trash. We got $1 for trash. Yay us. All right, and then this guy's had an exclamation point above his head for a little while, so we're going to go ahead and see. We got a recalibrating equipment as a main quest, because this game also has quest. All right, so we got to get out to 100 as far as our depth goes. If we want to earn some extra side quest stuff, we can find 8 ores of silver, and they'll deliver that. And we can also get a new mech if we have enough money. But right now, I don't believe we do. So we'll just head on down our mine shaft and see what we can find as we reach the bottom. Again, in Motherlode, that would have killed you or taken away a whole bunch of your health. So you need to... I really appreciate this game got rid of that mechanic. While it added stuff to the internet game, it was also super frustrating because you could just click a little wrong and die, and that's no fun. I want to get whatever this blue one is. Hopefully we'll have enough space in our dirt area to get that. And we do. And we're going to keep going over because there's some easy to acquire ore here that we don't have to take on any space. When there's ore, it doesn't add any dirt to your spot. It just adds ore to the thing, which makes sense. But it's nice that it doesn't actually take up any real space in your equipment there. So we're going to keep going down. I guess I should see where... Okay, we're starting to get closer on that treasure map because it wasn't pointing us towards something different that time. So let's see. All right, we can get 3 more ore. 1, 2, and then our last one there. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of that there and we'll head on up. We'll get rid of our money and hopefully we have enough to be able to afford our next mech and we can do fun things with it, but who knows. I also really dig the graphical style of this game. There's really detailed, like the backgrounds and the trees are really detailed while our little creature is much less detailed. But I like that, like, it's a little more detailed in the background, a little less detailed in the front. That's different than a lot of games. Usually you have more detail in the close objects and it gets kind of blurred out a little farther back. But this game, the trees just look really cool. So if we go over here, a worm is going to cost us 7,500, which we do not have. We could upgrade this, but I don't see the point in doing so. Let's go over and take a look at our little dude here. What does that do for us? It doesn't really tell us, but it allows us, if we wanted to buy more pipe so we can go deeper. But right now our goal is to just go down. So that's what we're going to do. And we have coordinates up here. So we have X and Y. So you can see we're trying to get down to 100. We're at 63 right now. And each block is represented by 1 grid space. So we're going to go ahead and just try to get down to the 100. We're going to gather up some of this stuff, which I don't know what it is. I wish there was a map or a way to tell. Speaking of maps, oh, we have to go back up here. Let's see if we can get our treasure map established here and figured out. All right, so it's down there somewhere. It's down there somewhere, okay. Let's see where, there it is. There's our treasure. We're going to get a piece of jewelry, I think that is. Cool. And then we're going to get our treasure. Perfect. And then while we're doing that, let's grab some of this stuff here, which again, I don't really know what that is. I don't really pay attention to this game of what's what. It's not important. If it's a different color and I haven't seen it in a while, I'm going to grab it up and hope for the best. Now, one of the things that can happen in this game very easily, you get lost. You have to make sure you keep track of the paths that you go through and where you're kind of at, which is another reason why I like to have that one vertical path, because once you find your vertical path, it's an easy escape for pretty much everything. You don't have to really worry about a whole lot. So we're going to gather on this last piece there, and then we'll head up because we're full up on everything, and we're hopefully going to slowly pull in on that 7,500. Hopefully we'll be able to do that by the end of this round, and then we'll upgrade our mech to the next level, and we'll see what that brings for us. Let's sell off our dirt or give our dirt away for free because we don't need that. We'll sell off all our items here. Which, wow, we got paid. That treasure was worth over $5,600. Heck yeah. All right, let's go upgrade our mech and see what we have coming this time around. The next one's 15,000, which we're actually not far off of. But we're going to upgrade the worm. We're going to select it and we're going to do some upgrades to it. All right, so upgrade drill power, inventory size, and the drill size. Oh, we can do more. So let's... Oh, no, we can't. Okay. Hey, yes, we did buy ourselves a shiny new mech. It has 2 cup holders, and it's beautiful. Oh, and we got some cash. How much cash? We got 5 grand. Heck yeah. So we can use that on increasing all of those things. And now we have this beefy, angry looking mech. I'm very happy with this. But I think that's going to wrap us up for this one. It's going to be a quick, short one. I'm going to make a few little series videos about this, but the game progresses a little bit slow, just like most games, and then it moves up faster and faster. But I really dig where this game's at and what it's doing, and I kind of like a lot of this game. So I'm going to dive into it a little bit more. If you're into this, let me know. If you're not into it, also let me know. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time, and you have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.